Hi guys! Welcome back to another painting tutorial. Today I'll be painting sunflower fields with purplish and bluish skies. And if you are a Facebook friend of mine, you probably have seen already the the digital painting that I did using my phone, and it will be patterned after that. The painting today will be patterned after that because I think many people liked it, so I decided why not just make it a tutorial so that everyone else gets to enjoy it. So let me tell you the colors that we'll be using for today's painting tutorial. We have phthalo green, burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, lots of titanium white, cadmium yellow, orange, Peynes gray or black, and phthalo blue. So let's begin now, guys. I'm gonna do first the sky. For the sky, I'll be using first my ultramarine. All right. So the horizon will be like here. All right, like that. So let's just mark it first. Like that. All right. So get your ultramarine. Let's do the skies. Get your phthalo blue and white, like that. Try to do some blending. I'll be alternately using my ultramarine and phthalo blue. So here I'm using some phthalo. And then white, so that we create that beautiful bluish purplish sky. Purplish. All right, again I'm using my ultramarine and then white. Okay, let's close this area. Like that. Okay, I'll be using more white. And then ultramarine again. So those three colors, guys, just alternately use them. There's no particular pattern. You can create some streaks of white, like clouds. Like that. All right, I'm gonna allow this first to dry because I'll be doing some more layers later for the sky. So let's do the foreground. So for the foreground, we'll be using some Peynes gray first. And let's do some underpainting right here using Peynes gray. Just pure Peynes gray, guys. You can even mix your Peynes gray with some phthalo green, just like what I'm doing. To suggest some plants already right here. Then you can start creating some patterns of bushes or plants like that. Did you see that? I did not create a straight horizon. All right, like this. Okay, so that will be the underpainting. All right, wash your brush out. And you can use You can use your hair dryer to dry things much quicker, so I'm just gonna use mine. I think that's fine. So now let's go back to the skies and let's make some more like more cloudy type of sky, not too much though. So I'm going to use my white, and I'm just gonna dry brush using my white up here. Just like that, guys. There are no particular pattern, but we're trying to make some small cumulus clouds. Now I'm gonna gray some clouds, so just add Peynes gray or white to your existing colors. Let's just gray some areas. Do not overdo this step because we don't want to suggest a cloudy day. We actually want to suggest a bright day, but we still want to make it more natural because even if it's even if it's sunny, there are still gray clouds. Now I'm gonna get my ultramarine, my phthalo blue. And I'm just gonna add some blueness to the sky. Like so. Right here, corners. The purpose of darkening the corners is to make the viewer focus more on the center of your painting. Like that. Okay, right here. Alright, wash your brush out. I'm gonna use my ultramarine. Just like that. And then titanium white. Like that. All right, like that. Now we're going to the flower or to the field section of this painting. So for that, we'll be using a lot of yellows, and I'll be using a smaller brush for this one because that will be involving a lot of small details. So I'm gonna get my orange, mix it with titanium white to make it more opaque. So get your orange now maybe add a tiny bit of yellow. So it's just yellow, orange plus white. And let's try to create some sunflowers or flowers, whatever flowers that you have in mind. So flowers near the viewer or down the painting or along this area will be quite bigger compared to those flowers near the horizon because of perspective. So you don't have to worry too much about this one. So let's do some big flowers now. They're not really big, but they seem to be big because of perspective. All right. Like that. All right, like that. And then as we go farther, let's make smaller versions of that color, or I mean of that flower. We'll be doing some leaves later. For now, let's just do the flowers first. All right, again, as we go farther, it will be more of suggestions only. As we go farther, we make the flowers smaller. And the reason is perspective. So just dot. Make some dots. These are just suggestions of what we see when the object is far from us. So just fill in those spaces. So I'm trying to make some smaller flowers down here to suggest that there are smaller flowers growing. They don't have to appear big. But the flowers afar should generally appear smaller. Excuse me. Like this. Yeah, we've already filled in the spaces generally. Now we're going to do some highlights. So I'm gonna get my yellow. Get your cad yellow. And I'm gonna mix that with a tiny bit of white to make it more bright. And I'm just gonna go back to those petals and make some more detailing. All right, we're going to highlight the horizon. Maybe I'm just gonna use smaller brush for this one. a more pointy brush so that I can really go into small details. Right, like that. Okay, now wash your brush out. I'm just gonna get my white. So get your pure white. Again, let's go back to some petals. Let's highlight some areas. I don't think these are sunflowers. These are more of what they call this flower. Dandelion? Most probably they are not really. Actually, I just painted this yesterday out of nowhere. I just decided to paint something different. I was holding my phone, so I decided to use my phone for sketching. Let me just show you guys. This is the exact, I did this yesterday using my phone, so I just sketched using my phone. So now, I just want to create this using acrylic paints. This is pure imagination, so you can add whatever things you want to add. I'm gonna use some white and dab on some highlights along the horizon. Like so. Alright. Okay, wash your brush out. Now let's go into those brown inside, the pollens. So I'm just gonna get my burnt sienna and I'm just gonna dab on some burnt sienna on the center of the flower, like so. Just like that. I'm gonna add some hints of black as well. So you can add Peynes gray on the center. Like that. All right, like that. Now I want you to get your phthalo green. So get your phthalo. Okay, and then I'm gonna mix that with some Peynes gray to darken it. And let's create some like grasses or leaves. Like so. So So I'm just moving my paintbrush up in an upward direction. Actually, my paint's still wet. That's why some white are mixing. Like that. Okay, wash your brush out. I'm gonna get my pure cad yellow. Let's go back to the flowers, make it more yellowish. All right, some paints are mixing. I'm gonna dab on some tiny bits of black inside. And some green. I want to make some yellow greeny color to make some yellow green grasses. I wonder how this looks like. Alright, I'm gonna wash my brush out and I'm gonna allow this first to dry. Let me go back to my sky because I want to do some more details on the sky. I'm gonna get my pure white. I'm just gonna make some more streaks of white. Like so. I'm dry brushing. I'm gonna use my Phthalo. Like so. Okay, I'm gonna get more ultramarine. And I think I want to make some violet color, so I'm gonna add, I don't know, orange to my blue. I don't know what's the result. Oh, it doesn't look nice. It looks brown. Right? It looks brown. But anyway, I'm gonna try to create some of that clouds. Like that. Oh, that's nice. I didn't expect that one. All right, wash your brush out. I'm gonna brighten the horizon area. So I'm gonna get my pure white. I'm just gonna do this technique, lightening the sky near the horizon, just like that. All right, and then let's go back to the flowers. I need to make the foreground flowers quite bright, so I'm just gonna get my pure white. Let's try to highlight it again. Get some yellow. Let's dab on some yellow colors. distant flowers. I like it. Oh my gosh, I like this one already. I'm gonna use white to make some highlights on the distant flowers. As we go far, the painting will be really impressionistic because of perspective. Like that. Okay. Going to get my black or Peynes gray. Let's do some more grass-like brush strokes to suggest space and grasses and shadows. I've already mentioned that. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna use my hair dryer to dry things quickly because I want to add a little more details that I cannot do when they're still dry. I mean, when they're still wet. That's nice. I like it. Oh my gosh. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is add more detailing. So I'm just gonna get alright, more white. I want to do some more brightness right here. We can assume that these are highlights or white flowers being highlighted. It's up to you. It can be yellow flowers being highlighted too. As long as we follow the rules of perspective. Alright, again, I'm gonna dab on some light colors on the sky, but near the horizon, because I want to suggest some light. Like that. And then I'm gonna dry it even more. Now I'm gonna glaze using yellow. So I'm just gonna glaze using my yellow color. So get your what do you call this color? Cadmium yellow. And let's just glaze the flowers near the horizon. Just like that. We're not really painting over it. We're just trying to apply some yellowness. Just like that. All right, some paint still wet as usual. Again, we're not trying to paint over it, we're just trying to glaze it. Kind of like this one. Okay, again, get your white, pure white. Then add some more yellow. So I'm just playing here, guys. Really. Right, I'm gonna add some details right here. I missed that earlier. I'm gonna create some long grasses, but I have to do it quite randomly. Not grasses, or not all grasses will be too long, only some. Like that. Right, I like this one. Okay, I want to do some more clouds. I know it's almost done, like you can actually leave it this way, but I want to add some more colors in the sky. I'm gonna add orange, guys. I don't know why, but I kind of feel that orange will make it more beautiful. I don't know. It's just me, guys. So hints of orange in the sky. Isn't that surprising? Oops. It was supposed to be a daytime scene, but now I kind of like it with some hints of sunset, right? Yeah, I like it. Okay, I like this one. I never thought that I would come up with this one. So some yellows. Oh, I kind of like my sky now. Gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. Though I want to glaze this area quite orangey because we highlighted it yellow, the distant flowers. So I want to make this area quite orangey. I don't know why. I'm just gonna use my orange. Let's go and just glaze them with some orangey color so that there is some sort of variation between the distant flowers and the flowers near the viewer. Like that. Oh, I kind of like this one. Yay! Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so I think I have to sign this now because it's quite pretty already. But all right, I need to add more white right here to make it more bright. That's nice. Oh my gosh. All right, I have to sign this now. So I'm just gonna use again my white to sign it. Maybe, I don't know, here or here. Yay, we're done. We're done, guys. We're done, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this one. It's quite simple. And again, it's just from my imagination. I hope you liked it and see you in my next video.